Hello, hello, good afternoon. For the beta people, good news. There's a new beta of Sim Update 10. They did publicize it on the forums. It would be like version 1.27.18.0, but eventually when I go install it, it showed version .19 in the end. So it's 1.27.19.0 for PC people. It has some more tweaks and tuning of memory, and I did test. Now I can actually really use DirectX 12 with my AMD GPU, so I think a lot of have improved, so go test it out. There's no danger. Always rename your community folder once you get that little micro update from where you got your Microsoft Flight Simulator, so from the Microsoft App Store or Steam. You get that little update there first, and then before launching the sim, it's always best to rename your community folder to something .old something. You will create a new one which is empty, so there's no danger there. And then you can rename it. I didn't see anything under the content manager, so that's it. And for the rest now I'm gonna do a little, like a fast cold and dark procedure in this new Carenado plane, the PC-12. Not new, it's been out for a week now or so. But I did open a ticket with Carenado with all the complaints that I had, and they were asking me something to do and make a video about it, so I'll do that also, which is this one. So it's two birds in one. And I'm here in what's it called again? It's a new Burning Blue Designs airport that is coming our way. Goodwood, I think it was. I forgot the name exactly. I will see it on the GPS here. The name, or at least the code. So, Echo Golf Hotel Romeo is the new airport that's gonna come your way. So it has a hangar and everything that closes and not opens automatically at certain times and everything. So I don't know when it's gonna be released. Soon, I guess, because it's, for me, it's looking finished. I'm just beta testing also for them. That's it. So let's go get into it and do the cold and dark startup, because many people were complaining about electrical issues with this plane, which I also saw but now with my new little setup procedure, cold and dark, I don't have any issues whatsoever that department anymore. So let's get inside the plane. Boom. So first of all, once you get into your plane, this you can flap. There's here. Let's move a little bit. Here's a flap. The big fuel cutoff valve that has to be pushed down. Very important. It's kind of hidden, but otherwise you're gonna have issues. And of course, but I'm able to start the plane anyway, even with that thing pulled, so that's also an issue. The throttle, this is the condition lever, so this needs to stay there during initial startup of the engines and everything. Once it's engaged, it will show you here. Once it hits like 13 EGT, then you have to move this halfway like this, and then the engine really starts up completely, and this stays like this while taxiing on the runway and the airport and everything. But right before you say, okay, I'm gonna take off, then you push that fully forward and you will hear the engines pull up much higher, and then you will have much more power. Because also people are complaining about power, maybe they're forgetting this. So for taxiing, it's condition lever idle, and then full once you really want to start to take off and fly. So still need to start it up, so keep it down. Also, people like me, I have an Alpha Honeycomp and a Bravo from Honeycomp. The throttle levers, many people have them, and also mapped. You have to use and create a new profile for the PC-12, because the propellers are automatic, and if you do have them on your controller configured and bound and binded and everything, You can override, even if you use the switch fully forward and backwards. You do hear levers going up and down, but you don't see them because they're not there. But I think that messes up the system. So it's better to really remove it. So make a copy of an existing profile that you're using. For me, I use the Simhanger, Mark the Simhanger profile for the Kodiak turboprop planes, because then also the reverse work. Otherwise they don't work. Now it works. See, I go in reverse move. That last step with the detent I have on my Bravo, that works when I push it all the way down. So you do need to set up, maybe I'll link it in the description below, the link of the Simhanger, Mark, how to set up your Bravo throttle from Honeycomb for a turboprop. And that profile you copy and unbind and remove the ones for the propellers. The rest you keep. Okay, that's enough yapping. This panel in front on top head, it's very important. So let's see. Maybe I make mistakes, but that's just the way I do it and I don't have any issues. So first of all, standby power. So first I know the fuel lever cutoff valve, you have to pull it down. Then this one, the standby, and this has to read 24 volts and everything, otherwise your battery is already drained for some kind of reason. So, but if you do a cold fresh startup, it should do it like shown here. First of all, batteries, nothing more. Keep everything else off because it will drain the battery. Let's put the fuel pumps on automatic, and ignition also, it's already correct on automatic, and just press the start button. Not 3 seconds, just one time, it's more than enough. Boom. And you will see and hear the engine spool up. And once this NG value now, and then you move the condition lever to idle, and it will fully start up the engine now. Just give it time and you will hear it. It will completely start and spool up all the engines, which is only one, so I call it engines when there's only one. There we go. You can really hear spool everything up. Okay, let's put the transponder already on also. And once, now, it's still going up. Once the engine is fully normalized and started, normally you should also test all the buttons if all the lights work and so on. But this is a quick and cold startup. So once that is started, then I switch on the generators. Generator 1 and 2. And I switch this one, set battery, no. I want to put it to generator, so it takes the power as far as I think, and this standby one off. So all the power is now supplied by the generator, not draining the battery then. So that's it here. Then avionics 1 and 2, and you will see the screens light up. One moment, I still have my old I do have the GTN 750 PMS GTN 750, which I would take also. There we go. Now this spot, sometimes if in VR it's kind of tiny, you really have to look for the click spot. That's also a little bug. So that's it. All the rest finished, and then on top of the tablet the store it back away. This screen, just press any of the buttons, it will start up and show you all the systems that you can use, and I just click it like 3 times for maximum brightness. It's a toggle switch, because if you click one more time it goes back to most dimmable. Just maximum brightness, there we go. And then you can switch here to all the functions if you want to use it. It's pretty nice, it's good. But of course many of these functions that we already have if you have the GTN 750, because we have the weather radar here, which I love and adore. but you need the premium version for that, of course. Okay, let's see. Still one light that is on. That's the pitot heat switch. Poof, I turn that on and that light goes off. Voila, plane is up and running. Then just turn on all the lights, which you normally should have done already before starting, but again, not to drain the batteries too much, I don't do that. I think, wow, one too much. The wings, that's not needed. See, both difference, huh? If you don't have it on, this wing light is just to see if there's any ice formation going on the wings, but if it's pitot heat switch is on and you're confronting a lot of clouds with minus temperatures, your wings can freeze up, and then the boots needs to be activated to defrost all that. All the icing equipment is here on the right top if you want them. The rest of the lights are all here, so I'll keep those on now, except that wing light. I don't need that at the moment. All the internal lights are here. If it's dark, these ones, they will light up all the front and the back, and the dimmers and so on are here. But some of these things are also not working correctly. But already, like if that one is off and you do use a dimmer, it does work somehow. So these things, I'm gonna turn them off because it's daylight, I don't need them. And the other thing which I'm now gonna also demonstrate is the altimeter, altitude select. I think I do that before I take off, and I set my GPS navigation to GPS. So normally once I go to navigate, nav modes, once I turn the autopilot on, it should work, but it never captures this until I press this button and change the value again. I don't know the exact way how that works to start that capturing of the set altitude. That's something else I complain about to Carenado. Maybe I was doing something wrong, which is possible. So I'm recording this, so I can send this link. Alright, so let's get going. Let's center my view and the ATC. There we go. Straight out.
Echo Golf Hotel Romeo traffic Sierra Papa Alpha Romeo Kilo Yankee taking off runway 24 straight out departure.
Runway 24. I don't know where it is. I don't know if this has. I don't think this airport has Navigraph maps. Does it? Goodwood. That's the name of the airport of Burning Blue design that's coming. Waypoint info charts. Nope, doesn't have Navigraph. 24, but then of course in Navigraph I can see where my plane is and how to get to that. I think I'm here, so I have to take a right and then left. Alright. Let's get going. So again, set the idle, keep it on idle, not fully forward. And release the parking brake. And let's move. There we have the new airport. Has a Spitfire hangar, a testing ground for cars, a racetrack that goes around the track, the airport I mean. Whoa. Nice planes to look at. As you can see, the hangars, they close and open depending on what time it is, but they're not controlled by the taxi light yet, like they did with Red Hill, which I love and adore. Maybe they will implement it also. Here's the fueling station, which is really nicely designed. It doesn't pop up the fueling window yet, Maybe that will be implemented later. So when I stop here, the fuel doesn't pop up. Parking brake, sorry. But look at the details again of this fuel station. I love it. Beautiful. Okay. My fuel levels, as you can see there, it's here, I think. Yep, halfway. So I'm safe. I'm okay. Whoa. This is my runway I need to get at. 24, 28. Yep. You do see some pink pictures on this one also, but that will be resolved once it releases. Don't worry. That's also Microsoft changed some textures with the new SDK, and all the developers need to go back to the drawing board and use their new SDK for all the airports. There we go. Runway 24. Handbrake on. And now, because we're gonna take off, we set the condition lever to maximum and engines will go spool up. You can hear it already. Maximum power. You can see it here also on the dials. Ready to go. Too bad that storm window doesn't open. I hope they implement later these little lights. That's normal bendable. And this has to be twistable, and also the lights in the back of the cabins of the passengers. You can't turn off individual lights, only up here in the cockpit. Alright, so let's get going. Flaps is at 15%, I think. Nope, not yet. There we go. Thinking is not knowing. Make sure. I'm sure I'm missing checkpoints and so on, but it's already getting longer than intended. Ready, get ready. Parking brake off, and let's get going. And I slowly push the throttle up, not fully to the max, because then you kind of lose control sometimes with a rudder, with steering in this plane. So I gradually do it. Once I hit like 70 or 80, then I'm comfortable to pull up the nose like this, tap the brakes, and gear up. There you can see the new airport, which is gonna come our way. Whoa. And there we go, airborne. And always watch the limits here. Keep it into the green. And now, let's see the autopilot, but I set the same airport as arrival for autopilots. I don't know how much it will do. Enable it, and I'm letting go. But I don't know, the altitude, I forgot to reset with the B key. But still, this reading is not 100% correct then, because I didn't reset it before taking off. You should always hit the B key before taking off once you're still on the ground, but it's not capturing it. So I press it, it becomes 0 again. And then, if you set it, then it does work. So I think that is the correct procedure. I'm not sure, but I was like twisting it and arming it, and it didn't do anything. but you can also push it, and that does make it function. So I guess that I was doing wrong, Carenado. If you're listening, I will send this video, but this includes a lot more than just what you asked for. There you go. So everything is working nice in the new beta. I love that. I wish we would be in beta all the time and we get all these updates so much faster. Other times we just have to wait for the sim updates. Oh, look at the graphics, it's really nice. So that's it. Quick and fast, cold and dark. And this is the altitude selector, the cabin pressure, I mean. But that's only once you go beyond 10,000, then you should really start playing with it, because below is the actual height and that is the cabin pressure. So you can do it, but once you're over 10,000, then you have to start setting it up. Below 10,000, no. It is, you can change it here a little bit. And it's on automatic, cabin pressure automatic. Even though you can press, oh no, it's automatic. Because I saw JD, he was able to press the button without lifting the cover, but that's okay. And the fuses, they don't work. I wish they got implemented also. And the system states, because I really don't like it. I have to always, every time I start flying with the PC-12, go back to this tablet and enable my GTN 750. Also, the angle of the tablet is way too much towards the pilot. If you're in VR, this is way too much to the pilot. It should be more pushed to the side, to the right. The angle is too sharp towards the pilot in VR for me, personally. So I would like to see that change also. So that's it. So yeah, now it's capturing it. So let's do it again. Let's go to 3000. And no, it's not going. Press it. And then select it. And then it does it. So you do have to press it before changing the value. And then it does the capturing part. Maybe that's in the manual somewhere. But you know, most people and manuals, they read me last. Sorry, Carenado, my bad. And the top of the screen to return it to the original location here on the right hand side pocket. Okay, and for the rest, I really love this bird, but the system death, they should really like opening the windows, also the sun visor, it's all or nothing. Click. I want this to gradually, with the scroller wheel, you can gradually set it to what you want, and also put it down to the side window and block the sun that way, not just on off. So that's it. I want it gradually. And also the doors in the back, there's no way to click on it. Let's go into the back. So this we can, but we can't close this. That would be nice. Also, once you're on the ground, to be able to open the door. Ah, you can. I forgot. Ah. Or maybe not. It's in VR. Shit. Sorry, my language. Now I click on it and it works. Before, I don't think that worked. I have to test it again in VR if this works. Okay. Sorry, that works. That pressurizing is now an issue. I love this folding blinders and everything, and they really block the sun. As you can see, the sun is coming inside. You can see it here on the ground. If you close it up, it really blocks the sun. Table come out and everything. I love it. This something is awesome. But the lights, you can't turn those off individually on and off, or with buttons near the seats or something. That is normally something I think the passenger should be able to do. So yeah, this is the PC-12 of Carenado. Very good plane. Also here, you can fold out the table. Only here you cannot, because that's also a door, and this one you can't open from inside. That's only through the tablets. That's the cargo door. So yeah, the inner door I didn't know, so now I do. Okay, let's get back into the seat. Alright. So that's it. Thanks for watching. And this Friday, the Flying Iron birds. What's the name again? There's a new bird coming with Flying Iron. This Friday the 9th will get released, as far as I heard. The B6BF something. Forgot the name again. But look out for it. Flying Iron is releasing a new birds, and their birds are always must have. So I'm looking forward to that one also. Alright, thanks for watching. If you like, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Look at the scenery.